Last 6 months, we've all been thrown kind of a financial curveball, and when you need some extra cash, we tend to just load it up on the credit card. But there are alternatives to that. We got Dennis on the line from Fagan Associates. Dennis, how can you help us out here?
Well, I think, Randy, in everybody's life, there's some sort of an event that they have to deal with. Of course, it's not good to borrow from your 401k. It's not good to have a home equity loan. But times like this, when in a crisis, you really have no choice. So I would think, first and foremost, you should have some savings built up. 6 months' pay is recommended. Very few of us have that, so I would say 2 or 3 months' pay should be built up. If you have that, that's the first place that you can take some money out. The second place would be a home equity loan. It's a low interest. It's collateralized by your house. It's tax deductible. And then you'd want to get into, perhaps your 401k. You can borrow 50% of the balance up to $50,000. So you have that to fall back on. You do have to pay that back over a specific period of time, depending upon what the loan is for. So those are some things that you want to look at, and it's best, and I know it's late now, but it's best prior to a crisis is to imagine a crisis and then kind of map out your game plan ahead of time, and not wait till a time like this to actually apply for a home equity loan, but to have had one in force or a credit line in force for at least a few months prior to you needing it.
Yeah, it's nice to have that there, just in case, even if you never have to touch it. Credit cards, obviously, we probably want to stay away from, right?
Yeah, as a last resort. But with interest rates ranging from 10 to 20%, generally speaking, especially for those that need the money, it seems like that's a tall order, a tall high interest rate. Bank, personal loan, but again, the bank's willing to lend money for those that don't need it, it seems like, more so than those that really need it. So I think your best option, like I said, is a home equity line, tapping that. And the life insurance is also not a bad idea if you've built up some equity in a whole life policy. Even a relative, your moms or dads, lots of times those that have been displaced are relatively young, so their moms and dads might be willing to help out. And like I said, I'm 58. Every career, every life has a couple crises that you have to deal with, and your parents, if they're capable, are probably willing to help. Given the fact that being 58, I know that there's a couple crises along the way for both my kids.
Yeah, and we've had some as the child, and we've helped out our kids as the parents too. So kind of you kind of give back where people have helped you out in the past as well. Right,
and the stress involved with it too, and you want to try to alleviate that stress and make sure that they know, that money's very important, but it's not the be all end all.
All right. We're also, we'll put up some of this information on the blog today. Also, we have 8 ways to save on your car insurance, because that's, something that you usually, you sign up for car insurance and you don't change it ever. So there might be some ideas there that could save you a couple of bucks, and you could put that toward that emergency fund.
Yeah, I would think the 2 biggest ones, if we have another minute, would be, raise your deductible. And also, if you have an older car, cancel your collision insurance. And again, you want to check with your property and casualty professional on those. But those are the 2 things that we've done in our household to cut back our premium a little bit. And make sure the right drivers are on the right cars and you're going the right distance to work.
Oh, excellent. All right, we got Dennis Fagan from Fagan Associates. They do a lot to help people with their investments, their wealth management, their retirement and planning needs. What's the website, Dennis?
FaganAsset.com.
All right, you got a lot of resources up there. People can, read your newsletters and all kind of stuff. And I know you guys are more than willing to answer any questions. So I really appreciate your time.
Thanks for your time, Randy. Take care.
We'll talk to you soon. Bye.
You will.
Right, we have more from Dennis and Fagan Associates now at 995theriver.com on the River Morning Show page.